Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over how to set up a line or a bar chart in Excel without actually using a chart. Now here I've got the numbers 10 through 100, and if I wanted to create a line chart I could just go to Insert, hit All Charts, and just select a simple bar chart like this, right? And that does the job. But suppose I didn't want to actually create a whole new chart like this and I just wanted to maybe add some simple visuals to an existing report. I'll show you another way where we can accomplish something similar. So I'm going to copy these values, open a new sheet here, and put them in here. So Excel has a function called REPT, which repeats a certain text a certain amount of times. So if I open this up, there's two arguments. One is the text that I want to repeat, and the second argument is the number of times that I want to repeat it. So the text that I want to repeat, and put in quotations, is the straight vertical line. So this one you might find above your Enter key, and if you hit the Shift backspace, that might be the key you're looking at. Obviously, it depends on your keyboard, but basically you're looking for this straight up and down line. The number of times I want to repeat it, I'm going to select the value here to the left. So I want to repeat this 10 times, this one I want to repeat 50 times, and 100, just so you have a scale going. So I enter this, and I copy this down. Now this isn't quite what I want, and there's a better way to do this, and that's by changing the font. And the one that works particularly well is Bookman Old Style, and if I set it to a font size of 4. And so now you'll see it looks a lot more solid, and you've got that nice line chart going. Now you can play around with these numbers, like for instance, if you'd want 100 to go a bit higher, you could do is multiply this by a factor of 5. So let's say I'll copy the 5 down, paste special, multiply, and so now it looks a bit bigger. So, this is all based on the values in column D, so you can change this obviously to whatever scale makes sense for you. Another neat thing you can do, because this isn't technically a chart, these are formulas, you can apply conditional formatting really easy to this. So let's say I want to pull the average of all these values, and they tell me 275. Okay, so I select these values again, go to conditional formatting, I'll set up a new rule, I'll select use a formula, and then I'm going to say equals, and I'm going to use, since this goes up to E5, I'm going to use D5 because that's what I'm actually wanting to evaluate. Let's say if it's less than the average, I want it to highlight in red, and I don't want to freeze the row here. So I'll go to Format, and technically this is font, so I'm going to change it to red. So if it's below the average, it'll highlight it in red. Hit OK, and there we go. And I can do the same thing for if it's above the average. Go back in here, create a new rule, and equals D5 greater than, this time, 275. Don't really need to freeze it, but I'll do it anyways. And let's set this up for green. And so now you can see all the ones that are below the average are red, all the ones that are above it are green. And you can shrink these rows so there's less of a gap between these items. But yeah, you can play around this easily, and I'll show you how you can do a column chart as well. So I'll copy these values now, and what I'll do is I'll paste special and transpose them here. And now what I'll do is I'll do the same thing, except I'll make one minor change. So again, I'm going to repeat the straight line, you can see, and this time the amount's going to be below. Okay, now this looks like it's not going to work, but I'll show you how we can change this. So go back to Bookman, Old Style, size 4, and so I can change this really easily if I go to Format Cells and go to Alignment and have it going up. And now you'll notice now I've got it set up like a column chart. So a quick and easy way to adjust it and set it up so it's going up and down as opposed to left and right, and then I can center these and adjust these. So a really easy way to create a column chart or or a bar chart, depending on what you're looking for. So an easy feature that you can add into any report without even doing it. The key thing is using that Bookman old style font, a font size of 4, so everything's compact. And I mean, there might be other font combinations that work, but this is the one that I always found works pretty well. So that's it. A quick and easy way to create column and bar charts without the hassles of actually creating a chart itself. So hopefully you found that useful, and thanks for watching.